A lot of people say that I never speak positively about other dog trainers, and it's not true. Yes, I badmouth Cesar Millan, but like they say, he's not a dog trainer, and he's not. And I do badmouth positive reinforcement training because it's not an effective way to train your dog. It wasn't effective for the poor sea mammals at SeaWorld. It's not going to be effective for your dog in your house. Imagine you're not going to say no to the dog. Now, Bree Rice is in Joplin, Missouri. If you're looking for somebody that's similar to me, that uses everything else other than food for positive reinforcement, contact her. She's competent. She knows what she's doing, and she's not bribing the dog with food. She's very, very similar to my training. Now, how do I know her? I know her through Robert Masters, and she worked with Robert Masters for a few years in Kansas City. And there's another dog trainer that doesn't use food as primary positive reinforcement. He uses other things. Now, both those dog trainers are like me. They're balanced trainers, meaning they use both positive and negative to help the dog learn. That's being realistic. Both those dog trainers can help you. If you're in Kansas City, it'd be worthwhile, or even St. Louis, to contact Bree and maybe take your dog for a board and train with her, and then go up there and spend a few days working with her and your dog. It would be worthwhile. That's many of my clients. That's how it is, that they come from other countries or they come from other parts of the country, and then the dog does a board and train. And then I worked with the owner. The owner stays in town for a couple days, and then, you know, they go home. Contact Bree Rice. This is, by the way, this is her company, Lead Your Dog. You could probably find her on Facebook. I'll put I think it's leadyourdog.com. I'll put a link down at the bottom of this video. And really, if you're having problems with your dog, use somebody realistic like Bree. Don't use somebody unrealistic that's telling you what you want to hear. Oh, you don't have to tell the dog no. No, you do have to tell the dog no. Every dog should know that no means that they're doing something wrong, they're in the wrong position. That's a marker. It's like saying good or good boy. That's a marker for telling the dog that it's in the proper position. Contact Bree Rice if you're having problems with your dog, you're in Kansas, any of those areas that are close to Joplin, Missouri. She can help you. And while we're at it, Robert Masters, if you're out there in Portland, contact Robert. Robert moved from Kansas City. And if you're on the West Coast, it'd be worthwhile to ship your dog to Robert, too. He's very realistic. Don't use positive reinforcement trainers. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. Your dog has to live in a human world. It's unrealistic. Imagine your dog is barking at the mailman, trying to bite the mailman, and you don't do anything. You're supposed to just wait until the dog stops and then give it food. You tell me that makes sense. Bree Rice, she's in Joplin, Missouri, or Robert Masters. He's in, I didn't plan on talking about Robert, but he's in Portland. He's awesome too. Both those dog trainers can help you with your dog. If you're having any type of aggression with your dog, contact a professional. Any type of aggression constitutes a board and train with a professional. You can't work this out in private lessons. Spend some money on your dog. Look at it as it's an investment in your dog. You love your dog, right? Have it do a board and train. And trust me, it doesn't have to be aggressive for your dog to do a board and train. That's just going to help the dog trainer's going to increase the dog's language skills with you. In other words, the dog will understand more. Okay? Contact either one of those two. They can help.